to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I came for the first time. I'm soloing it up. Help.
Y'all know this is a song that everybody sings in their car no matter how good or bad they can sing. What up, AfterBuzz? What up, everybody? All the super fans out there. Welcome again to Devious Maids. We're now on episode 4. This is season 3, and I'm pretty excited. We played Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson, the Immortal, just because the title of this week's episode is Since You Went Away. And speaking of fans out there, I just want to say really quickly, we always love to read everything you all send or write. But this is what I want y'all to do. Do us a favor. Go to podcast1.com and leave some comments. Leave your concerns. We do try to read every one of them. We think they're very important. Take the survey online. Only takes a minute. Podcast1.com. We love hearing from y'all. We love all our fans. And we love you. Yes, you. The one who just... You. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Cool. Hey, I'm Stephaune Wallace, and I'm in the building with some great people. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. It's Francesca.
Khaliel Abooboo here.
Hi guys, it's Candice.
Yeah. Yo, so shout out to Layla because she is not with us today. But Khaliel's gonna sit in.
Yes.
We got some testosterone. We're gonna balance the force today.
Can I start off by saying I'm very happy to see another man enjoying Devious Maids. I really until this point I really could only call my mom to talk about the show. So it's nice like another guy watches this.
Absolutely.
I don't feel so bad.
Stephaune kind of has ulterior motives for why he watches the show.
Listen,
you know what?
Everybody has ulterior
You know what?
motives.
It is some nice scenery in the show. The choreography is great.
Absolutely. I just want to say though, it's a balance now.
It is.
It's not like, guys get to look at hot girls all day because Mr. Jesse made sure to make an appearance today, butt naked. Well, he wasn't butt naked.
Hey Jesse, we're getting you on the show.
I don't even know how I feel about that because I've been trying to work on myself, and then I just see Jesse, and it's like just quit.
So just jumping right into it, as we already knew, the new maid Jesse, the new male maid Jesse, is topless immediately upon working for Mrs. Fleming. And obviously the ladies love that. I'm sure you all out there, let us know. I want to hear how y'all felt about it. I love your comments. So Jesse's he's topless. He's working for Mrs. Fleming, whom I think Mrs. Fleming is kind of hot. She kind of represents that sexy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Thank the Lord, we got another man in the building.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's cool that she's got like this boy toy that she can look at in her backyard up until it gets to our second clue.
Yeah, and we've had apparently guys have been getting maids all this time for that reason. So I guess this is the ladies' chance to finally turn the tables.
I mean, we live out here in LA. They have the topless maids out here.
They do.
I've seen that van drive around. It's a creepy van.
You've seen the van, or it's been in front? Yeah, I was gonna say, or is it parked in front of your house?
It was not parked outside my house. I would never hire a topless maid. Shout out to I Am Her. So anyway, so now here's Jesse. He finds the second clue, which is a severed hand.
Gross.
Yes, it's very gross.
Yeah.
And it's in Miss Fleming's yard. So apparently the killer, whom we don't know, is spreading these body parts.
Yeah. I don't understand though, like why just like sprinkle it, like, oh, you get a hand,
you get a hand,
leg,
you get a leg.
Like where is it? Like in a bag or something? Like chopped up in somebody's like trunk?
I think it's genius.
Well, the pals can't have all the deaths. That's not fair. You know how Beverly Hills is.
Yeah.
One person has something, everybody else has to have
Keeping
it.
up with the Jones.
Sure.
Exactly.
But I feel like if you're gonna dispose of body parts, you wouldn't do it all in the same area unless you're living the area and trying to get caught.
Or frame someone else.
Well, I think if you chop it up and you got to get rid of it quick, say you're on the run, maybe you're jumping from yard to yard.
In a bag.
You dropping a leg,
You got
a hand there.
You got a hole in your bag.
So we gonna find a head, once we get around somebody else's house. Probably, Genevieve's house.
What is her name
Genevieve.
again? Jesse's boss, the woman that
Miss
you think?
Fleming?
Miss Fleming.
Gail.
Gail.
Gail, yes.
She can get in trouble for moving that hand.
Well, my
Well,
thing
they
was
covered that up.
my thing was when Jesse gave the hand to Marisol and then Marisol had the hand as well. I was like, so you are
An accomplice.
Yeah.
or could be involved in it too, just by you touching it instead of just calling right away.
Yeah, that's definitely tampering with evidence. But I think he'll have an alibi by saying, "My boss,
Right.
told me to move this." So he's. I think everybody makes a bad move in this show when it comes to
Body parts.
or death or any type of decision making. So I don't know. Anyway, so he gets fired.
Yeah.
This guy gets fired for not committing a crime, essentially, I guess.
For not listening to her. She was
They
upset.
do have jobs like that.
Where
If you don't commit the crime, you will get fired.
you're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought he was hot enough that he wouldn't get fired.
He would never get fired if he worked at my house.
That is definitely a lifetime thing, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know any male maids like that.
I don't know any male maids, but I didn't think, with those abs, I had to
He
look.
could wash your clothes on his abs.
Really?
No, you can't.
Tell us more detail.
They are
They're on
perfection.
point.
I'm not gonna lie, but
He's gonna have to come in to show us more so I can talk about
We definitely
more.
need him
He
in the
has to be
studio.
shirtless, though. That's
Yeah.
going to be the deal.
Candice, get on it.
I
Get
will be
on it.
on that.
So he gets fired, but even though he gets fired, he kind of is making a love connection with Marisol.
Let's-
Yeah, you
Let's
see
not
those
talk about it.
eyes that they're giving each other?
Wait a minute. Is that jealousy? What's going on?
But they were setting it up the whole episode. Her desk is suddenly a
Right.
mess with all these
Yeah.
billions and
Right.
quadrillions of mail from
I need
whom.
help. They're always like that, right?
Yeah.
Please help me. Take your
And
shirt off
and
when
we
you
were
do
talking
it.
about this. Nick kind of just at the end of last season, he just gets he
Yeah.
goes to the police station and he kind of just
Are they
disappears.
still married? We don't know.
I didn't see a ring on her hand,
No.
and so I'm wondering what's going
So
on.
if anybody knows, let us know. Tweet us. Just let us know what went on because it's
I feel
it's still
unless we missed
open.
something, it
No.
feels like it just left it kind of hanging. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, Marisol, you don't need Jesse. Okay, you have
Wait
Nick
a minute.
still. Come on
now you're contradicting yourself. You don't need Jesse? Or you want
'cause
Jesse, right?
No,
she's
'cause-
still with Nick if he's in jail or we don't know where he went.
Nick's
If he
gone.
fled
Listen,
the country,
we understand just
On the
from what
run.
happened with Rosie.
I didn't-
Once your man's gone, you get a new man. That's how it works.
I didn't really like Nick anyway, so I'm okay with Jesse.
So I'm sensing a love connection happening here between Marisol and Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse, who just happens to wipe his sweat with his shirt to make sure
Right.
the abs are showing.
Exactly.
I think he knows how to stay, paid.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do well at
Yeah.
this job. But
I'm gonna start doing that.
speaking of love
Smart
connections,
man.
I definitely want to talk about the new one that we have coming up with.
with Dance Battle.
Yep.
you mean dance battle?
No. I mean dance battle.
You.
I need to know about the love connection we have with dance battle.
All right, guys. So if you go to www.dancebattleamericacasting.com, it's a great thing Maria's doing. She's teamed up with Juliana Huff. It's a great opportunity. We can fly you guys to LA, but you got to do your own little dance video. So go hang out with your homies, your friends, have some drinks,
Absolutely.
and then get the camera,
Have some drinks.
have some drinks, let loose.
Guys, if you aren't following Maria on Instagram,
You're missing out.
You're missing all the dance.
Yeah.
The dance battles are insane.
Yes.
Insane. And this is an opportunity for you guys to show us your skills. We want to fly you out to LA. Who gets flown out to LA from where you live? I don't know where you live, but yeah, whatever. It's probably like
Nobody flies me out.
he's like, I'm in Escondido. I'm right down the street. Whatever.
You still get flown out, okay?
You still get flown out.
A jet, okay?
A helicopter or something if you're close enough. Anyway.
Okay, so remember, go to www.dancebattleamericacasting.com and follow Maria on Instagram, Twitter, and see all her fun videos because they're a lot of fun. And she challenges a lot of different celebrities and they go back and forth. So check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And come hang out with us in LA. Stephaune.
Well, there's going to be no dancing from Zoila because she is. Zoila told us her age this week. That's never happened.
She did. She said
She
41.
did.
That's a
41.
first on Devious
She
Maids.
did.
I never knew how
All
old
natural 41.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a good looking 41.
She is definitely a good-looking 41, and at 41, pregnant.
Right. She's still kicking.
Yes.
The change
Those
hasn't
eggs-
happened yet.
We're Latino women. You can, you can still have babies like when you're 60. That fertile myrtle, the eggs they don't expire. Okay.
You don't have to convince me. I watched the show.
Yes. The eggs are, they're
I'm
good.
already team Latino. Okay.
Yeah, I love it. So we get a chance to kind of get a snapshot into the BFFs that's happening between Zoila and Genevieve.
I was crying a little at that scene at the end. It was it was a cute scene.
That got
So
super
sweet of you.
emotional.
I
You
did.
should. I mean, I didn't tear up because I don't cry, but it was emotional.
Yeah, we always talk about their friendship. It's so
cute.
sweet, and I love that she's my friend, she's my maid,
Yeah.
and then the doctor's like, and your chaperone. Like they just have that bond, and I like that she was telling her, I'm gonna stay here for you until a man comes into the scene. Then,
Well, isn't that how it happens with you girls?
you
Most
girls.
definitely.
You girls.
You like, girl, she said, we thick and thin.
And she's like, you're thick.
Genevieve with the jokes. I mean, she's like rapid fire, one after another.
With the I need you to pick me up some condoms. I was like, Genevieve, come
like,
on,
yeah.
honey.
For real,
You
the
had to
condoms,
change.
though. Yeah.
You don't need to worry about
I
that.
just love her. And this season, you guys, I'm really trying to get her on the show. So,
Yeah.
Susan Lucci, if you're watching, your management team, have them email me back. 'Cause I've been trying. We want you.
Yes, we would be honored to have the legend Susan Lucci.
I mean, I can't. I
And
grew
even
up
call
watching
in.
her. Yeah.
I mean, anything. So thick and thin, and she hits her with all kinds of shots. And I love their relationship because Zoila just takes it.
She keeps it real,
They,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
they both keep
Yeah.
it pretty real.
That's
They
how,
do keep
that's
it
how
going.
every work relationship should be,
We should be
Talk
able
to my
take
boss
shots.
about that. Yeah.
Francesca takes a lot of shots at me though, so I guess.
And we work great together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be thick, you can be thin, fine, whatever. Anyway, so enter Dr. Neff. We all thought the kidney was gonna give her some problems, but she gets this phone call.
I was thinking it was going to be something like, since it was Pablo, something that might interfere or lead into the baby. Like they found some. So I'm glad it didn't turn out to be.
Yeah, I'm watching it. He's like, well, I don't want to say this in front of her. You sure? I was like, he's trying to holler at her. I knew it. I saw it. I called it.
Yeah, because you
good.
guys are all devious.
Man,
See this
Not
show?
devious.
Yes.
We're very single track minded, not devious at all.
He was trying to Dr.
Exactly.
Neff. Listen, if she's beautiful, he's seen her inside and out, I guess you could say.
Well, I don't think he's her gynecologist, but
He's her
he
kid.
opened her
kidney
up, though.
doctor.
He opened
Kidney
her up.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went into her body, and now he's trying to get into
So
her
now
body.
he knows she's beautiful inside and out.
I don't
Right,
think that's
exactly.
legal. They
Right.
have, like, doctors, they have, like, a
Client privilege.
privileges.
Yeah, you can't.
yeah, it's yeah.
What? You've been
no,
on
no,
lifetime thing.
no, I haven't.
You and your gyno going out. Tell us what, spill the tea,
No,
Francesca.
I'm saying yes, that would be inappropriate. Although that would suck if your doctor's really, really hot and.
My dentist always flirts with me, and I get, like, it's uncomfortable
I
sometimes.
think that's fair, though, if you're a dentist.
How is that any different?
Well, because it's not as invasive, like, sexually.
Your mouth.
Your mouth
Your
is
mouth
up and
and
you're
your-
drooling all over.
Hoo-ha.
Are not the same
Not
thing.
the same. Well, no, but they're not. Like,
Okay.
It depends on usage or whatever time of
bring
night
it
it is.
exactly.
So
Do we get a timeout sound?
no, we're good. We're moving right along. So Dr. Neff finally kind of pops sort of the question. He's like, yo, I wanted to holler at you, and I think you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was endearing.
You never know when you can find love.
Right, especially at her age.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How old is she?
Exactly.
She's like 60-something on this show.
Old people can
I don't
love.
mean no disrespect, though, Miss Lucha.
It's the show. We talking about the character.
Just in
we
the
good.
show.
Yeah.
We
Just
good.
in this show. Yeah. So they end up going out. They come to the house. There was like
He's moving
stone
quick.
crab legs. You know how she do.
Yeah.
Well, at that age, you don't really got time to waste.
Exactly.
I just had the same problem because my grandma got a boyfriend.
What?
So,
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk after.
There, we're gonna talk about that. So he gets there. He gets real comfortable really quick. They start going back and forth. They're having a good time. They're laughing. It's fun.
And Zoila is
He's like, come with me on a 6-month fellowship.
Boom.
On the first date.
First date,
Boom.
I ain't even hit it yet. I just feel like we should travel to Greece together.
Somebody asked me like that on the first date. I'm packed.
I do love how Zoila put her in check and let her know like she's needed.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean,
Well, not only that she's needed, but hey,
She made a
doesn't
commitment.
matter how old you are. You shouldn't move fast. You got to know the person
That's true.
first.
sure.
That's true.
She
You know,
was
unless
being-
you're drunk in Vegas and you get married, then you wake up.
She
and
was being
move on.
very protective at first, and then I thought it was getting a little too invasive, and I was like, wait, get out of the way. This couple, this might be love. You don't know. I mean, he's been divorced 6 times. Her 5. That might be a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
And
But
then she opens up.
yeah, we find out it's just really because she doesn't want to be abandoned. What did she say? Valentina's in New York.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shout out Valentina.
Yeah, I hope we get to see her. I hope
Yeah.
throughout
I do,
the
'cause
season.
I love Valentina.
I'm sure you do.
She's very nice.
she was sweet. She came in last season. But we'll get her back on.
Yeah. So she's gone in New York. Pablo's, gone completely. And now Genevieve's like, bye. She was going to turn the guest room into a nursery. That's a big deal
Yeah.
Yeah.
for Genevieve because she likes all her fancy things. And but I'm sure she'd set it up real
And
nice.
I totally got it. I totally understand where Zoila's coming from. I thought it was beautiful how vulnerable she was. She said, I'm pregnant and I'm terrified. She completely opened up. It was an incredible moment, a super vulnerable moment, and it all made sense. And her BFF, like she said, we're thick as thieves. So, boom, I'm not going. I'm staying
That
with my girl.
baby's going to have a connection also to Genevieve because she's carrying a piece of the baby's
Genevieve
dad's
the
liver.
leader.
Yeah.
Guys, before you guys continue your Devious Maids after show, which by the way, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And for those of you watching or listening at home, definitely give them 5 stars. I do want to tell you guys about a cool new app that's out that I'm actually enjoying myself. It's called Next Issue, and it gives you access to so many of your favorite magazines in one app. I am a fan of Wired, but there isn't a magazine that I can think of that isn't on here, whether it's ESPN, anything fitness related, GQ. I mean, the list just goes on and on. For those of you watching me in video, I'm literally just continuing to scroll up and down the list of selections. And what's nice is that for $9.99 a month, you get access to all of these magazines. And you can go back all these various issues. No more having to go to the news rack and get these. You just have the app, have it on your tablet or smartphone, and you get access to them. And what's nice is if you go to nextissue.com/abtv, you get 30-day free trial. So, that way it's hassle-free. Try it out, see what you think. But I guarantee you any of your favorite magazines will be on there, and it's day and date, meaning that if it comes out on newsstands, you get it on the app, so you don't gotta rush. So once again, that's nextissue.com/abtv. Check it out.
Nextissue.com. Y'all make sure to check it out. We got a lot of great things. I mean, I hope y'all are just being as active as we need you to be. I love it. We love our fans. Thank you. So, speaking of people that are, is this love? I don't even know. Carmen and Sebastian.
No.
It's kind of a weird.
It's a weird relationship.
I've been in love with Carmen since Rush Hour 2. Okay?
Rosalind Sanchez, God
Rosalind
bless
Sanchez, just, honey, you are my world. Moving on.
But is this love?
I don't know. She's a side chick right now.
I don't
She's a side chick.
Yeah.
She's a side chick.
And it's true. She compared him to chocolate. She's like, it looks good and on the outside, but it's bad for me, and you're bad for me, but I can't resist you.
I actually heard chocolate is pretty good for you, so let's not use chocolate.
I mean, a lot of people out there understand it already. I'm talking about
Anyways, so I mean, I feel like that happens to a lot of women. Guys know how to manipulate women's feelings into keeping them by their side. Even they like having their cake and eating it too. And clearly, Sebastian's doing that.
Ain't that what you're supposed to do?
Okay, Trey.
No, he is kind of, I think unfairly having his cake and eating it too. Especially having a woman of her caliber. She's like out of his league, but somehow or another, she feels like he's everything.
Yeah. He's not that bad on the eyes.
I'm not saying that he's bad on the eyes at all. So he's maybe top 3 on the show.
True.
Maybe. He might be 4.
No.
He's like...
Everybody loves Ernesto.
No,
everybody's talking about Jesse now. Jesse's
number 1.
Okay.
Ernesto.
Remy's not here right now.
Valentina, exactly. So she can't be 3.
No, I ain't talking about
And then you
Carmen.
can even go to last season. What's the dude that was he was the security guard for the Piles?
Dominic Adams. I forget what he was. Evelyn's little boy toy.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. All right. So you're looking at Sebastian. He's maybe top 5.
He's a dud.
Maybe top 5.
He has an accent.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an accent on this show.
If any man gets an accent, it's immediate. Like you get notched up.
I think it's his tone with the accent.
No, just
so
the
he keeps
accent.
his tone very.
And then he wears suits all the time. That's another thing. I gotta wear.
But he ain't got no money. We know he ain't got no money.
Exactly. He's living off his wife.
I'm like,
that
dude,
is.
I don't know how he winning. I don't know how he winning with no money.
I'm patiently waiting for Eva Longoria to come on because, as we know, that's his wife.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
wait a minute,
I didn't
Sebastian.
Know that.
Yeah.
What?
Sebastian's winning out here.
Sebastian Batman. I didn't know. He's winning on both sides. Okay. I'm gonna leave you alone, Sebastian.
And Eva is his sugar mama.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, but so he's manipulating Carmen rude when he has a nice lady at home. But so we see Adrian manipulate her too because he realized that Miss Evelyn's not going to do all his kinky, dirty work. Exactly. Yeah. So why not the maid who likes things?
And I think this is how things get started.
Yeah.
You go ahead. He's got a lot of money, Mr. Powell. So he's like, look, I can make your life worthwhile. I don't even know how she chose Sebastian over the money. That blew my mind.
Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised with that decision as well.
Yeah. Over the money? You know how much she likes nice things. You know how much she's super superficial.
Exactly.
Over the money?
That's what I'm saying. That shows you
how off top. Women know that if you get a box of Louboutins, that's it. It's nothing.
And she didn't have to do anything for it.
She walked on a dude's back. He ain't even asking her to do it naked.
Right.
I'm like, how do you choose?
And then he's paying her more on top of the regular paycheck.
Yes. How do you choose Sebastian? I don't know what you're doing to these girls, man.
He needs the whole classes.
For real. Anyway, so I guess we leaked into Mr. Powell, who's now having heels dug in his back and got the S&M.
I really enjoy him this season. Like the last couple seasons, it was like you're weird and strange.
Right.
He's still weird and strange, but like
best.
I feel like this season he's funnier and he's like
the
face that he made right before Carmen stepped on his back was priceless.
Yeah.
I was like, yes,
I
got it.
I love how Carmen called him out though, and she's like, "Mr. Powell, that's stupid. This is like a sexual thing."
Yeah,
I know because sometimes Carmen can play pretty dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's funny that she called him out.
No, he is weird and strange, but he plays up that weird and strange though.
Yeah, he does.
It makes you kind of, he brings you in, and now you're like, okay, that's who he is. That's Mr. Powell. It's a good thing. So I love how he broke her down with the dating advice he was giving.
He manipulated her feelings too.
He was being honest.
Yeah.
He was being honest, and even though he was manipulating her, he like made it known. As he was manipulating, I know what I want, but he's totally using you.
Mm-hmm. And that was real stuff he was saying. He was
not lying.
He was like, look, he's a married man. He's always going to promise you that he's going to leave his wife. Girls everywhere, please hear Mr. Powell. He was keeping it real. He was keeping it real. He was. To the point where she was so frustrated, she had to slap him in the face.
Yeah.
And he liked it.
On it.
Yeah. So she transformed into a dominatrix.
I can't wait to see where this leads to, because it's just only going to
especially when Evelyn finds out.
As hot as Carmen is, to make her a dominatrix, that's just too much. That's like ridiculous. So we gotta.
It's
writers.
I like it.
It's chocolate and then chocolate fudge on top. It's wait a minute.
I like chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it.
All right, well, y'all liking it,
No, we're not saying we don't like it. That's not what we were saying.
There's a lot going on there. So we got a lot going on in this kind of like this body parts area. That's Carmen transition, because body parts and then Carmen.
Right.
Anytime we talk about Carmen, it's body parts. She
was dressed
kept her
all
clothes
episode.
on.
Yeah. But she looked very beautiful in that dress, as always. She
in
always
the maid dress?
All the time.
No, in the dress that she was supposed to go.
He stood her up.
Yeah,
when they're
that's
supposed
right.
to go to Bestia.
He stood her up for his wife. How rude.
I like
in that moment.
How rude.
It was called Bestia when Eva Longoria's restaurant is Besso. I wonder if there was any correlation.
In that moment, she should have cut him, I think. That was the moment right there.
Well, she should have cut him when she found out he had a wife.
Yeah.
Okay, but she played through that.
And when he showed her condo that he was renting out for her.
It was just a listing.
And it wasn't really his, so he done lied. He got a wife. I don't get what Sebastian is doing.
Don't be jealous.
He ain't doing nothing right.
Jealous.
He's done nothing right.
Nothing right.
She can't resist him.
Sometimes you just have that love connection.
He's being the perfect ain't shit guy. And she's being the perfect side chick. And it's not fair.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Bizarre relationship. I don't know where it's going to go.
Talk about bizarre. It's Rosie and her two husbands.
Oh.
It's going to be my two dads, like that show.
I know. And that's what... anyway.
But that's funny that because we were talking about this last week, how something always happens when there's or the week before, something always happens when there's a wedding. And when they were sitting around drinking wine, said, they brought it up. No more weddings.
Right.
We are not having any more weddings.
Somebody always gets shot. Something always happens.
Zoila got, left at the altar, and then... Rosie gets two husbands.
Rosie got shot, and got two.
My thing is, do you think that Ernesto just was like locked away with the cartel, or is there's more to the story?
I think there's more to the story.
Well, he was Donnie Brasco. He was deep undercover. I mean, I got it. I get it.
Yeah.
He was.
Because if the cartel got him, I feel like they would have done something like a lot worse.
I don't think he's going to last long, but that's something we'll talk about in predictions. I love that, like you said, there was that wait and exhale moment where they were like, okay, no more weddings. Mm-hmm. And Zoila says that, I don't know how at my wedding I leave with no husband and you leave with two men. And I'm like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just a funny moment. So
funny.
Now she's got, Rosie's trying to deal with this Ernesto being back, and Ernesto is like playing it kind of right, I think.
Well,
I think all of them are playing.
Well, he said he wanted to take the son back. Like, why and what?
But he didn't say that until he gave his best shot.
He did.
He gave his best accent. I know he was feeling him. I'm only looking at you, Candice. He gave his best shot.
You're like, okay.
And then he was like, okay, on the way out, I'm going to bow out of the woman I love. Can I have the boy?
I get it,
Ballsy.
though. Yeah, I get it. I really, with that whole triangle of people, I really feel like no one did anything wrong.
Right. I wanted to commend Spencer.
Yeah.
For the way he handled it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he got a bit concerned because you always got to be concerned if Ernesto is
But they
around.
come with the accent and the muscles. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Who are you? No, back up.
Especially because she was comparing him.
The whole, a
couple episodes the whole time. But yeah, I commend Spence for being very mature and thinking about the family, thinking about Miguel.
Being the bigger man
right as of right now.
Because essentially it all comes down to being about Miguel, and he's most important. I
I just would never want to be in Rosie's shoes. Because someone you loved and, you know, grew with and you wanted to be with for the rest of your life comes back and you're just confused because now you found this other wonderful person.
Yeah. That's a tough spot.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be fun to watch in the, you know, later on.
The way it develops, this whole triangle.
Yeah.
I love that she said, though, off top, look, I choose him. And I know that was hard for her.
Yeah.
But she let him know. She said, let's lay down the ground rules. I'm choosing Spencer.
But I see that in her character, though. Even coming up to it, I didn't see, because I knew eventually she would find out and blah, blah. But I didn't see her leaving Spence just because Ernesto came back, because she seems like the type she makes a commitment, she sticks with it.
Yeah. But, okay, so, you know, I guess we'll talk about it in a little predictions, but I don't see Ernesto having an apartment close, being around.
He's going to be in the house.
Yeah, there's gonna be stuff.
Like if I'm Spencer, do I ever leave my wife's side?
No.
I'm like, you gotta come into the bathroom. Man. Ernesto lives down the street. I ain't never leaving. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
But I think he trusts Rosie. He just doesn't trust him.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's no way it can work out, and I'm gonna tell you why. They left us with this line: "We're one big happy family." Whenever you say that,
Holding hands.
yeah, it's like
Triangle.
the roof probably is gonna cave in. There's gonna be an earthquake or something.
I was waiting for Ernesto to put his hand over Spence's.
Right? I mean, and the only reason really that Spence kind of was the bigger man is because, you know, Miguel was really upset. And I think if Miguel wasn't in the picture, it would have been a lot easier to just decide and go.
Out of the mouth of babes. Miguel came with the wisdom.
But I was thinking that the whole time.
He was like, share.
I grew up without my daddy. You'll be fine. You got two. You can go see one over the summer. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he said, you know, we got to share. And that was the wisest thing said from the young man.
Miguel.
And now Miguel has two dads. He said, my friend at school has two dads. One of them wears a scarf.
They're not
that kind of dads.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So we have an extra person with Ernesto in the picture, but we also lost a person with Blanca.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Do we think she's dead or what?
No.
So that's just so.
She got black bagged at the end of the
She
last
got black
episode.
bag. She took Carmen's
that
dress
word.
and ran in Carmen's idea. My question is, does I was gonna say Brianna, but does Taylor?
Shout out to Brianna
Yeah,
Brown.
Brianna.
Thank you for coming in
Who
last
looks
week.
gorgeous this episode.
Yes.
Yep.
Does Taylor know that she's gone, or did someone really take her stuff, or like she just left and just told Marisol, oh, she cleaned her room, or is she just like, no, okay,
I'm gonna let y'all go on that one because I know what I feel.
I feel maybe. I truly think she doesn't know. I don't think she was a part of it because they had that deal going on. You know, she was going to help her pay for college and whatnot.
Yeah.
Brianna Brown is such a good actress, you know, and I'm not buttering her up because she was here. She just really is. And I say that again, like I said last week, we can never really tell what side she's on,
What she's thinking.
What's happening. She keeps us in this real vague and ambiguous space, and that's all a credit to, you know, her acting, which is phenomenal. But I do feel like she knows exactly what's going on. Michael starts to unravel a little bit because he goes into Katie, the little girl, and starts talking to her, and he's like, yo, what's going on with mommy, basically? You know, give me the tea. What happened with mommy while daddy was gone?
I'm surprised that Katie actually talked, because how they made us think of Michael is that he's kind of bad. Like that Katie was scared of him this whole time.
I thought that too.
But that's how they keep flipping it for us.
Yeah.
They keep leading you down this way to make you think
Down the
And now
road.
this
we're
is the way
looking
we're
at
going.
Mom, like,
But then you gotta explain it. I just spit. You gotta explain it after you flip it, though. Like, you can't just flip it and expect us to not have
They
any
want
questions.
you to use your imagination a little.
Espérate.
But I was happy Katie, she smiled.
Yeah.
It was like
she
the
did.
first time she
was
smiled.
weird.
She's been creeping me out this whole time.
Yeah,
But
suddenly-
you watch Are You Afraid of the Dark?
To me, that says she loves her dad.
Yeah.
She loves her dad.
I don't think that's her dad.
Well, I mean,
They're
they're adopted. She loves her adopted dad. She loves her adopted dad, which, said a lot. She said a whole sentence.
Yeah.
very nicely, but might I add.
Without creepy eyes, yeah.
Nothing. She loves her pops. So she told that there was a man after hours at the house.
Delivery guy.
What if the man that she's talking about is the same man that black bag Blanca? That's what I thought about.
Or the dead one.
But there's a dead guy.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, Phil, right? That's
No,
Louis. Where
did Louis come from?
Louis. He just showed up.
Yes.
He did.
Yeah.
And you know, brain freeze. Michael is trying to get a hold of him, so I'm wondering what their deal is. Like, what was going on between?
If you guys know, tweet us or let us know, because
what you guys think? Because I don't think
Louis.
Yeah,
no, we're gonna hold on. I think we all should give what we think about Louis.
Okay.
In predictions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we get some predictions?
Let's do it.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
It's kind of creepy, that guy. No? Yeah, he is a little bit.
Yeah. He could totally be
So
on the
Louis Becker is his name. He is the tennis pro, and he's like he works, I guess, at the whatever the what do they call it?
And apparently
the country club.
And apparently is the ex-boyfriend of Genevieve.
I can't see that though. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he's an ex-boyfriend.
That's what they said.
But I'm saying they said she dated. I think Louis is a guy that takes advantage of richer women, which tennis pros and golf pros on country clubs, you know, they kind of play up to the those rich
let me help you with your swing.
Let me stand behind you and show you how to follow through.
How Stella got her groove back.
But that's how they make their money, though. So I think he was doing his thing with Genevieve and a couple of other women on this at this country club.
But I mean, well, it could be, but then obviously they're making us think that Katie or Taylor killed.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on Louis? What's your thoughts on Louis then? Straight up, what do you think about him? What do you think happened? He's missing. We know that much. Is he dead?
And we know somehow he's connected with
dead.
Katie.
That was his fingerprint.
That was his fingerprint.
Yeah,
so he's dead.
They connected the bodies, and we know that somehow he's connected with Katie because she had that painting about the dead guy.
Yeah.
But she said that was her father when Blanca was talking to. What? No.
Louis is real dad?
No.
Okay.
Holy moly.
I think Louis found out about the secret and showed up at
What's the secret?
Taylor's
What's the
house.
secret?
It's a secret, Stephaune.
Yeah, some huge
Well, now y'all
secret.
can't
Showed
keep
up
it from
at
us.
Taylor's house, and then she killed him. And something with the cartel too, maybe.
Seriously.
Just throw it all in there.
With Devious Maids, you never know.
Yeah.
All right, so Louis Becker, I mean, if y'all find out any tea on him, please text us, tweet us.
Anything?
I said text us. Text us.
Anything.
Tweet us.
Text Stephaune.
Yeah, he'll give
His
you
number is
You know what I meant.
555.
Go to Podcast One and tell us all about it. No, but we got to figure out what Louis Becker, who he is. And, you know, an affair. I think Taylor might have been having an affair with Louis. So
I don't know if she was having an affair. I think there's something more complicated with this.
more complex. Definitely.
Well, I don't know, Taylor. Looks like you might have been sleeping with the milkman or something, but you was sleeping with somebody. Anyway, I don't know. What? Any other predictions?
Blanca, she gone? She coming?
I hope she comes back.
Ernesto's gonna die.
Ernesto's,
I called it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something's up
Ernesto's
with
gonna
him.
die.
That sticks.
Yeah.
That sticks. All right.
Ernesto's gonna
No,
die.
he
Or
has
Spence.
Ernesto has
No.
ulterior
Ernesto.
motives. I don't believe his story.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I can't trust him.
I just can't trust the writers. They make you question everything.
Yeah, so we love the writers.
I kind of
Ernesto's gonna
feel,
die.
it's definitive what you said, but I agree.
They're so good. The writers.
I just know that there's no way that the triangle can work out.
Yeah.
There's no
No
Phil
way.
Jackson, ain't no triangle, ain't no Jordan, ain't no Kobe, no triangle. That's a reference.
Shout out to Sabrina Wen, one of the producers and directors. She watches us, so.
Oh, nice. Hey, Sabrina.
You're doing a great job.
Hey, Sabrina. Anything else? What y'all think?
It's gonna be a good show next week.
Y'all stick around with us. Give us your predictions, whatever you think, so we can all find out together. I want to know what the secret is. Whatever y'all know about secrets,
And what happened
spill
to
the
Nick?
tea.
Where did you go?
Nick,
From
come
last
back,
season.
Nick.
No, Nick was
No.
weird.
We love Nick.
Oh,
Anyway,
Jesse.
thank you guys for joining us for another Devious Maids. I'm Stephaune Wallace. If you want to look me up on Instagram or Twitter, it is under I Am More Fire.
Yes, Twitter, Instagram for me, XOXOCESCA.
Khaliel Abooboo here. Thank you for watching. You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Khaliel Abooboo. And I'm also doing Astronaut Wives. So if you watch that show, boom.
I like that show. And Candy Buen here. You can find me on Insta, Twitter, and Snapchat. I'm getting really good, guys.
She gets better every week. All right, thank you guys. Come back with us next week. See ya.
Bye, guys. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.